All right. Open up the door today because there is an echo in the room today. Sometimes there's more of an echo than other times. Like I can hear it. Oh. I'm not sure if it's cold outside, if that makes a difference. I'm not a sound expert. I don't know. Eventually, I'll get a mic, but I first have to get some money. No, I have money, but I have money that's tied up to other responsibilities. And my only responsibility for these YouTube live yoga routines every morning, 5:30 a.m. to 6, is to be here at 5:30 a.m. to 6. 365 days. Okay, so this morning, if I can find it, I was reading biblical quotes, well, biblical verses. Get this hair off my shirt. And I was looking for verses about freedom. Of course, this is going to be in regards to yoga, so it's going to be the mindset of freedom. Freedom, capital F, is an essence. Not sure if that's the right word. Is an energy. It's a mindset of feeling freedom. And that's what we're learning on the yoga mat. This feeling of feeling free. Tapping into the mindset of freedom. So regardless of your belief system, regardless of your frame of reference, you can have freedom. And you can feel freedom. Now, this is for Christians, and they have a specific belief system. And within their belief system, they believe there's freedom. So within their belief system, they have freedom. And their freedom is from escaping, I guess is the word I can use, the old covenant. And accepting the new covenant, which is believing in Jesus, that he died and rose for our sins, and through that belief, there's freedom. Now, if you're not a Christian, and if you don't believe that, then you don't believe that. That's your belief system. And you have another belief system. I guarantee if it's a religious belief system, then there's freedom within there. So these are all one truths, many paths to the capital F, freedom. So for Christians, this is 2 Corinthians 3:17. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Now, I believe that's talking about the Holy Spirit. When you set Jesus and the belief system of accepting Jesus, then you have the freedom, and that freedom is that the Spirit of the Lord is in your heart, and that's the Holy Spirit. Now, if you're a Christian, I'm not a Christian, but if you are a Christian, you can follow up with this belief system from Spoken Gospel. This is a YouTube channel that I just watched. This guy named David Bowden explain 2 Corinthians 3:17, where the Spirit is, there's freedom. Of course, he has the entire spin of a Christian, and of course, because it's his scripture, so he should have that spin. But I'm going deeper with this in the sense that there's freedom in a mindset. For a Christian, there's freedom in your belief system. For a Muslim, there's freedom in your belief system too. For whoever, whatever group you're in, there's freedom. And if you don't have freedom in a specific religious belief, then I don't know. I was going to say maybe you need to change your belief system to find that freedom. But you don't have to do that. That would be telling you what to do. And that's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I'm here to do. So with that understanding of that verse, if you're a Christian, tap into that freedom. Whatever it may be. For you as a Christian is believing in Jesus and all the aspects of that belief that give you that freedom. And on the yoga mat, that's exactly what we're doing. It's a mindset of freedom. And we're tapping into that mindset of freedom by being in the present moment. That's where freedom is in regards to yoga. Opening up. So if you're in a pose, you're opening up. That's freedom because you're going to accept where you are. So acceptance. You go into a pose, you're letting go of, hey, I can't do this. You're letting go of that judgment. Or, hey, I'm doing this perfectly. That's judgment too. So you're letting go of that. You're accepting. You're letting go of control. And you're letting the routine become a form of a moving meditation. And you do that by focusing on the breathing the entire time during the yoga routine. And the movements of the yoga routine become a moving meditation. And there's freedom in that. And it's all about a mindset. That's what you're learning on the yoga mat. Now, to a Christian, they're like, oh, it's more than a mindset. You know, you need to accept Jesus. And that's perfectly okay. If that's your belief, that's awesome. That's an awesome belief. That is an awesome belief. I used to be a Christian. It's a great belief. There's freedom in it. But not everyone believes that. So we're tapping into, we're going outside of these mindsets. And if you have a specific mindset, you're going to tap into that freedom within your belief system. Whether it's Christian, Muslim, a Jewish person that follows Judaism, a Buddhist, a Hindu, whatever other belief system you have. So on the yoga mat, we have one truth, many paths. All are welcome on the yoga mat, especially in the United States. Go to Goodwill, get a yoga mat, $5. All right, this is where I bought this yoga mat. $5 at Goodwill. And we're going to tap into the energy, the essence of freedom. And it's a mindset. And that's what we're going to do on the yoga mat today. And we're going to tap into this by doing 2 slow sun salutations. So we're going to begin in mount pose, 2 slow sun salutations, getting these positive aspects of a mindset that allows freedom. And then we're going to do mount pose and then close it up and just focus on the breathing. So what time is it? I talked longer than I should have. I have a clock right here. That's what I'm kicking. I can't see it, so it says 5:36. So feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. You're going to spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. No tension in the arms or the shoulders. Or the neck. I was just trying to crack my neck. I couldn't crack it. And you're just going to focus on the breathing. Now in the mount pose, you're going to lengthen up. So think of a string on your head, pull yourself up. I'm bending down so you can see myself in the camera. So I can see myself in the camera. So I know that you're seeing myself in the camera, seeing me in the camera. So you lengthen up, and then you line up the bones of the skeleton as if you were just your skeleton. And you're thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Now, there's many ways to do this. 2 good ways. As you inhale, you watch the belly expand. And when you exhale, you watch the belly go in. You focus on that, watching yourself breathe, or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out as you inhale and exhale. Just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. When you focus on the breathing, you can't have judgment, you can't have control, not controlling, letting go of the mindset of control. Letting go of the mindset of control is allowing freedom. Letting go of trying to be somewhere is the mindset of freedom. Just being in the present moment. Your mind will wander. You'll start to think about other things. When you realize you're doing that, stop and just focus back on the breathing. And what happens is you're aware that you're just the watcher. You're watching your thoughts. Your thoughts is what creates the belief system that you're in. You're watching that. You're not wrapped up in your belief system. I'm not saying let go of the belief system. The belief system is a tool that helps you. Don't let go of that. But just know it's just a tool. And just focus on the breathing. Now bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly. We're just beginning, so nice and easy. Then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward. You're just going to fall in the ragdoll. Hinge forward from the lower back. In the ragdoll, the arms are dangling. The head is dangling. There's no tension anywhere. You're just letting the body go where the body goes. And in this pose, you're not pushing, you're not pulling, you're not judging. So if you're up like this, you feel like, man, I can't go down any further. Let go of that mindset. That's not what we're doing. That's judgment. That's a barrier that will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. And even if you're thinking, man, I'm doing this perfectly, that's awesome. But let go of that mindset. Once you're settled, you let go of judgment. Those are barriers. That type of thinking is a barrier. Not trying to be somewhere. You just accept it. Every time I talk, I hear an echo. I really think since it's colder outside, I think it has something to do with making the room more echoiness, or having an echo-ness. Not a word. So palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You can arch the back, raise the head. Inhale as much as you can. And then you exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Hit your head if you have a scratch on your head. Then arch the back, raise the head, inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. And now we're going to do two more. Arch the back, raise the head, inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head, inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Left leg is back. We do a low lunge. So with the low lunge, hop the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor, making sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some. The back is straight or arch. The back is straight. You're reaching out. If it's arched, you're thinking of the hip bones, pushing them forward diagonally, arching the back, bringing the head up. And you just focus on the breathing. Once you're in this pose, you settle, you accept, and you just focus on the breathing. Now, when you're focused on the breathing, you're feeling opened. You're opening up. Let go of judgment. So if you're down and you're feeling like, man, I'm not open that much, let go. Let go of that thought. That's not what we're doing. That's judgment. That's a barrier that will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. You're feeling open. Openness is a mindset. Openness is what we take off the yoga mat and apply it in the so-called real world. You're open to new ideas, new adventures, new thinking. You're feeling open as part of the freedom that I was just reading in the quote. 2 Corinthians 3:17. Of course, that quote's for Christians. But freedom nonetheless. Somebody smarter than me would say, freedom nonetheless. They use the word nonetheless. Nonetheless. See, I can't even say it. That sounds unsmart. I am. Unsmart. All right, so high lunge. So curl the toes under the back, knees up, get the leg as straight as you can. And then downward dog. And with the downward dog, you are pushing into the pose. So the arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. And you're pushing into it. Now you're pushing to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Now here, you're tapping into the mindset of acceptance. Once you accept, that's part of openness, believe it or not. You feel closed, but once you accept, you're open. You're free. Just like the verse was saying. I keep on repeating it because that verse is important, especially if you're a Christian. There's openness. There's acceptance in that verse. Freedom. When you accept the new covenant, if you're a Christian, you're free. You're open. You're accepting. Just like God accepts you as you are. That's what a Christian would say. Very important. Chest and elbows slide up into the upper dog, feeling opened. Again, mindset of openness. Now you're going to listen to the body. So if this becomes too difficult, you feel like, man, I need to bring yourself out of it or bring myself out of it. Go to hands and knees, going into the cow, opening up, or go down to the small cobra. Small cobra, chest is off the floor, no pressure on the hands. The hands are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're pulling up. The back muscles are pull muscles, so you're pulling up. And you're feeling opened. So you're listening to the body. You're not listening to me. I'm just telling you what poses we're going into. But don't listen to me. Once you're in the pose, you got to listen to yourself. That is a mindset that you're learning, to listen to yourself. You take that mindset off the yoga mat and you apply it in the so-called real world. You learn to listen to yourself. You take in what others say, talk about it with yourself or with God, and then you decide, you listen to yourself. You're becoming your own guru, your own leader. I don't want to be your guru. I don't want to be your leader, teaching you something deeper. Listen to yourself. Or I'm exposing you to something deeper. Too many followers. You don't want to be a follower. Now, you can be a follower if you want. I'm just joking. All joking. And then with the back foot. So the front leg is up, front foot is up. I missed that part. The back leg, top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arched or straight, and make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, you need to lengthen up some, and then accept where you are, focus on the breathing, and feel opened. Again, it's a mindset, feeling opened. Keep on messing up on my words. I know, I'm aware of it. Miss Harvey used to be my speech teacher in elementary school. Still remember Miss Harvey. She used to make me look in a mirror and talk. I don't know why. I don't remember why. I mean, of course I know why now, but I don't. Look in the mirror and see how you're messing up your words. Just joking. So high lunge, settle here. Then move into the standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Now here, the mindset is to become aware of subtleness. So you are pulling yourself in and down, and you're letting yourself breathe. So when you inhale, the belly swells with air, and it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And when you exhale, you go back into the pose. It's a very subtle movement. You're aware of it because you're focused on the breathing. 100% focused on the breathing. It heightens your awareness, makes you aware of that subtle movement of the belly, makes you aware of what's going on in the lower back, in the hamstrings, in the calves. Maybe you have an issue in the lower back. You're aware of it, but you're not focused on it because you are not the so-called issue. That's a mindset. You're becoming aware. You're learning what you are not. Very important. The palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale. Whoa, almost fell. Then exhale. Inhale. Yoga instructor almost fell. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge forward. Standing forward bend. Same thing. Pull yourself in and down so the palms are to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, and focus on the breathing. You're thinking of nothing else but the breathing. You're letting yourself breathe. So when you inhale, the belly swells with air. Let yourself be pushed out. You're letting. And as you exhale, the belly goes in. So you go back into the pose. Very important mindset. You're focusing on the breathing, aware of that subtleness. The mindset is to become aware of subtleness. So when you're in the so-called real world, you're driving down the street, you're aware of everything around you. You're aware of what's in your passenger seat, on the floor. You're aware of the front of the cars around you. That's just an example. You're aware, you become aware, you're heightened. Your awareness is heightened. So left leg is back into a low lunge, opening it up. Feel opened. Now this mindset is openness. You're feeling opened. Openness is the freedom, just like I was mentioning in that verse that I was talking about. Feeling free. If you're a Christian, I understand that belief system. You're free. That belief system allows freedom, allows you to feel free. That is beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. Same with Islam. I know Islam. Freedom, peace. Feel free. And in yoga, you're tapping into freedom as well. Openness. And you're going to go high lunge just for a second or so, using it as a transition pose. And then downward dog. You're pushing into it. And you're closing up. But what's happening here is you're accepting where you are. So you push as far as you can into it. Then you accept where you are. You don't judge it. Acceptance, capital A. It's freedom in that. Acceptance feels like openness. Now, does it feel like openness? This is all oneness. It's all part of the oneness. Freedom. And just like the quote was saying, keep on repeating the quote because that's the quote that I used in the beginning. But just like the quote was saying, for a Christian, they have that freedom, that sense of freedom in their belief system. And acceptance is a big part of that freedom. Why? Because God accepts you as you are. That's the Christian belief. I'm not a Christian, so I'm not speaking as a Christian or for Christians. I'm just talking about the theology in general. You're going to slide into upper dog. Again, you're feeling opened. And then in this pose, you're listening to the body. As in all poses, but here you're listening to the body. You're learning to listen to yourself. So that means if you need to go to hands and knees because it's becoming too much, go to hands and knees. Do the cow or do the small cobra. You're going to listen to yourself. So if you're in a pose and you feel like, man, I need to bring myself out of it, listen to yourself. That's the mindset. The mindset of listening to yourself is what we take off the yoga mat. You apply it in the so-called real world, and you listen to yourself throughout the day. Then push yourself back in the downward dog. Listening to yourself is very important, especially in today's world, where we have a lot of people telling us what to do, what to think, taking what they say, but ultimately listen to yourself. Talk it over with yourself. If you're an atheist, you talk it over with yourself. If you're a Christian or a Muslim, what you do is talk it over with God. The God within. There's no God within Islam. Yes, there is. I'm a Muslim, I know. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything. I know for myself. So, left foot is up. Low lunge, opening up, feeling opened. There's a God within in the Quran. God is close. Same belief system in the sense of feeling free, feeling opened. Openness comes with prayer. Openness comes with remembrance of God. Just like the Sufis, constantly remembering God. I should make a video about that. I'm not sure if that's well known. For Muslims, it's well known. For at least spiritual Muslims, it's well known. Then high lunge. Then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Getting the mindset of awareness. Aware of the subtle movements. Aware of what's going on in the body. Aware of what's going on around you. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And then you're going to go to mountain pose. Now, with mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart. Get stuff off your shirt from laying on your mat that you haven't cleaned in 2 weeks. I should brush off my mat, but I don't. So feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, no tension in the arms or the shoulders or the neck. You're lengthening up. So you lengthen up, and then line up the bones of the skeleton as if you were just your skeleton. And you're letting the skeleton stand. No tension anywhere. You're focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. You're just watching yourself breathe. Just like I said in the beginning, as you inhale, your focus is on the belly going in and out. As you inhale, exhale, focus is on the tip of the nose. Watch the air go in and out. And you're watching yourself breathe. Now, you're already breathing automatically. So you're just watching that, not controlling it. It's very natural to start controlling the breathing. But when you realize you're controlling your breathing, just let go and watch it. Even start to think about other things. It's like me, hey, why do I mess up on my words all the time? Because I'm joking too much, that's why. Serious, man, you got to get serious, Charlie. Then when you realize you're thinking about other things, let go and just continue to watch yourself breathe. What happens, you realize you're the watcher. You're not your thoughts. You're the watcher of your thoughts. And your thoughts are what make up a belief system. Nothing wrong with thoughts making up a belief system if it's a positive belief system. If the belief system allows for freedom, if the Christian belief system allows for freedom, Nothing wrong with that belief system. That was the quote in the beginning. The Islamic belief system, depending on what interpretation, and I say that because I'm Muslim, allows for freedom. There's freedom in the belief system of Islam. And if you're an atheist, there's freedom in the belief system. Freedom there is you're indifferent. That's cool, man. That's good. Good belief system. Freedom there. It's all about how to live freely. It's a mindset. So no matter who you are, be free. And we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. Palms together. Namaste. All right. Got too relaxed at the end. I start off before yoga. I start off like, whoa, I got to get the video, and I get the video right, and I kick the camera. I kick the camera often because the leg is right there, and then I'm like, oh, let me get a quote. Look at some quotes for the article. Well, this time I watched the video of that guy David. I forgot his name already. David Bowden, Bowden, I believe. Something gospel. What's the website name? I mean the YouTube channel. Something gospel. I forgot. But anyway, so then I look up the video, watch the video, like, that's the Christian spin, or at least his interpretation of Christianity. That's the spin. And then I'm like, how can I connect this to yoga? And many times I don't even have anything I'm going to say, so I read the quote and I just say it. Because it is me. And I can get my word, I can probably say it better, but it's me. I'm just being free. It's fine. My videos, my YouTube channel, do what I want. Really talking to myself. And then I joke around. For some reason, I like to joke around, and then all of a sudden, I'm at peace. The mountain pose, or the easy pose, or whatever meditatives. So it's like almost a process of how it begins to end. Interesting. I just realized that now. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.